Welcome back, Sports Talk. Fellas, we back pre-playoff Knicks, Nets, sponsored by 106.3 Tire and Wheel. We are back live, y'all.
This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna rock. Body out of ya.
All right, y'all. Are you guys happy and anxious? The Knicks play at 6. The Nets play at 1. Playoff basketball today.
Hell
At
yeah!
the same, all in the same day.
First of all, I would like to say, very happy to see you guys. It's been a while.
Same
I haven't
here.
seen you since Thursday.
Definitely
still.
missed you guys, man.
Same here.
Today's Saturday. I haven't seen Still since Thursday.
Yeah, I got enough already from Lou lately, so Mr. Mush.
Guys, what do we expect in the playoffs today and through the series? Let's start with the low-hanging fruit Nets against the 76ers. Everybody, of course, is saying that the 76ers possibly can sweep the Nets and all that. But you know what? Chet is the Net fan. So let's hear what the delusional Net fan is going to tell us today.
Oh, delusional, huh? Okay. Well, here's the issue I got right now. Everybody's sitting there saying, oh, Mr. MVP is going to destroy the Nets and everything like that. You got to remember something else, though. And I've watched the Sixers the last few weeks. They are basically putting everything on his shoulders, okay, which is not a good thing for that team. They do have a good team. But here's the other problem they got. And I know Boogie will bring this up. I'll bring it up before Boogie has a chance. You remember they got another guy on the team that can't win for crap named James Harden? He's been non-existent the last month. Mr. Euro. He's been non-existent the last month with that team.
First of all,
let's put it in perspective.
Non-existent for the last decade in the playoffs.
But let's put it in perspective, though. He literally has said, you know what? I'm going to defer the offense to Embiid. I'm going to be the point guard for this team, and I'm going to distribute. So now, when it becomes to playoff time, you're not going to rely on me to score heavy because I've been distributing the basketball all season. So he's put himself as, not being the scapegoat, but he's the scapegoat because he's the one that's known for folding when playoff time comes. Now you got a terrible 76ers organization who has never actually complimented Embiid to the point that he needs to be complimented until now because, like I said, they don't run a pick and roll. They run a pick and pop where he stops at the free throw line constantly. And for some reason, nobody can seem to stop this. And the guy is shooting unbelievable. Like, I give Embiid credit. He's an MVP candidate, so you can't sleep on him. The Nets don't have anybody that's going to be capable of stopping him, which I don't think anybody in the league can really stop him per se. But what the 76ers have to not sleep on is the fact that the new Nets, the way the Nets are set up right now, it's hard to defend them because, you got Bridges, right? He's taking the lead as being the number one guy for the first time in his career, and he's doing pretty darn well. But then, I know Chet said, off air, you got Cam Thomas who has to step up. He's shown that he can drop 40 out of nowhere, right? So this is the time to show that. You know what I'm saying? And now you got Claxton and all these guys. You are going to have to defend and box out all game. I don't care about scoring. You're going to have to focus on Embiid. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do about it, but you're going to have to try.
I think if the Nets still don't lose, they're going to get burned by one guy in that team. And I like him a lot. And he's come up more and more. It's Tyrese Maxey.
Well, Maxey's dope.
Yeah, he's the guy. I think he's the key to that team. I hate to tell you.
76ers are a good team, though. Let's not act like they're not good.
No, I didn't say they weren't good. I didn't not say that. But I said they're over Embiid heavy at this point. And like I said, I
was just saying, I think the key to the series is coaching. And I think Vaughn is just a better coach than Doc at the bottom line. If it comes to a situation when a play needs to be run, Vaughn is going to run that play. Doc is just going to go heavy Embiid, and I think that's going to be the blessing or the downfall because the Nets play good defense is going to be
I think, in my opinion, the Nets got the better matchup of point guard with Spencer Dinwiddie.
Listen,
Harden is the point guard. So I don't think Dinwiddie wins that matchup.
Dinwiddie's been playing pretty much point guard the last month. If you
right, but he's not better than Harden. If you're talking about
I think
matchups.
he is. I think he is.
No. How can Dinwiddie be better than Harden, bro?
In this matchup?
How?
Because Harden's going to be chucking all day.
No, I don't think so. That's what I'm trying to say. If you've been watching 76er games, the dude's been distributing. He takes it to the basket, he kicks out. He either kicks out to Tobias Harris on the wing, or he's kicking out to Maxey, or he'll take his I'll draw the foul. You know what I'm saying?
You got to remember how Doc Rivers coaches too when it comes to the playoffs. He's going to have his two big guys. I guarantee between Harden and Embiid, they're probably going to shoot today, I'd say. I would say probably between 50 and 55 shots between both of them today.
It's playoff basketball, so you got to put the shots up. And
that's why I like the Nets matchup better like that. Like I said, I think Dinwiddie definitely can stop Harden. Okay. Claxton, who's a beast around the rim. He's a beast. Now, he's going to get help in the lane with Embiid. There's no doubt about that. You got Darius Famous Smith. You got guys like that are going to help out. Royce O'Neal. I like the Nets bench better because they're going to play an up and down tempo game when they come off the bench with this team, with Cam Thomas, with Joe Harris. And that's a guy I think needs to step up too, is Joe Harris.
But Tobias Harris is not being spoken about, and that guy's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't get spoken about, but like when Harden when Harden's off, Tobias Harris is there to pick up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? So he's an unsung hero on that team, and you have to watch out for him because he can drop 20 just as easy as any.
He can be a double guy. He's been a double guy in his career before.
20. We got a loose sighting.
Wait, my question is,
got a loose sighting.
You said Joe Harris. I haven't seen Joe Harris in about 2 years.
You talking about Chet?
Yeah, talking to me. Yeah.
Joe Harris is not going to be a factor.
I think he's going to be.
I haven't seen him in 2 years. I forgot he was on the team.
Bench. I think he's going to be a big factor.
No,
he's
him and Thomas.
The guy's invisible.
And Royce O'Neal. Those guys get chucking threes like there's no tomorrow, guaranteed.
Let me tell you something. The 76ers are clearly better than the Nets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's just put that in perspective. But like I said, like coaching is definitely because Doc Rivers is known for making bad decisions in the playoffs. Even though he does have a ring, he's known for making really bad decisions. He's known for being up like 3-1, 3-0 and losing. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely susceptible to that. But the Nets, like I said, the Nets are really balanced. So it's going to take a lot of good things, a lot of lucky things to happen for them to even defeat the 76ers 4 times.
Well, I think Doc's going to short his bench.
7 games. It's 7.
7 games, sir? Yeah, so they got to beat them 4 times. Look, Lou is also a guy that's saying the Nets are going to get swept. You see what I'm saying?
That's even better for me. That's even better for me.
Lou, why don't you do me a favor? I think you should make a bet with Chet.
Bring on the show.
Lou, you and Chet make a bet. If the Nets get swept, you know what I'm saying? That kind of bet. Make this bet.
First of all, there's no way the Nets are getting swept. I think the Nets are going to steal game 1.
I think so too.
In Philadelphia?
Yep. One thing I have not seen. I haven't seen Joel Embiid in a pressure situation come out on top ahead, and Harden's the same way. They're not good under pressure.
He's only an 8-point favorite today.
As a sidebar, Chet, Lou, when he does bets, he doesn't pay back right away. So just be in mind. He still owes me for my bets. Just letting y'all know.
Yo, tell him, Lou, if he owes you, you'll never be broke.
Shout out to the Nets, actually, because Lou said that the Nets are going to get swept, right? So you already know what that means. The Nets are going to win.
That means they have to be up 2-0 after the first 2 games, and then I'll take a split in Philly. Be happy.
I'm trying to find his mush.
Right, still, you agree, but you'd be happy taking a 1-1 split in Philly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Betting guys, if you're betting the 76ers, do know that Lou just said that the Nets are going to get swept. Anybody who's on FanDuel, on Caesar's app, or whatever app you guys gamble at, just know Lou just said the Nets getting swept.
It's not too late to change your bet. It's not too late.
Oh, God.
Oh, But listen, on the real though, it's funny how New York sports is, right? Because we haven't done this in a while. We all follow New York sports. The Nets were basically dead in the water after the KD Kyrie debacle, right?
Right.
Come to find out they've been playing their best basketball all season, right?
Mm-hmm.
The analysts said in the beginning of the season the Knicks were a play-in 8 or 9 seed at best.
Yeah, a lot of guys were saying that. Yes,
They said at best.
at
Right?
best, right?
They came in. No, they're the 5 seed. So all I'm saying is, I just would like to give New York sports some props. We talk a little basketball, but we got to give our New York people props. We got the Islanders, we got the Rangers, we got the Knicks, we got the Nets, everybody is representing the tri-state area officially, and you know what? Super proud of New York. I'm tired of LA.
They said first time since 1994. All the 5 playoff New York teams have been in the playoffs at the same time, same year.
Come on,
Since 1994.
it's about time. We all giving props to LA. You know, they Lakers and Dodgers, and I'm so tired of them. It's our time. But anyway, back to New York basketball.
Go back to
a
your
little
Knicks
Knicks action. Can we get a
Let's
little
go to
Knicks
the
action
Knicks,
right quick?
please.
All right.
Please. Absolutely.
First, again, I'm listening to sports radio, and everybody's talking about how Donovan Mitchell's going to dominate the Knicks. Why are we acting like Jalen Brunson don't play defense? Why we acting like if Donovan dropped 40, Jalen can't drop 40 too? Like, why are we trying to act like he's not the star that he is? No, he got the snub in the All-Star game where he should have been in, but we're not going to talk about old stuff. Jalen Brunson is on the level of Donovan Mitchell. I don't care if nobody else agrees with me. He's playing Donovan Mitchell type basketball and give that man his respect. And if Quickly keeps playing the way that he's been playing the last couple of months now, the Knicks are winning. Period, point blank. I don't care what nobody says.
To answer Lou's question, how did the Mavs not make the play-in at a minimum, especially after getting Kyrie? Well, as you can see what happened, they tanked because they didn't want to give the Knicks that protected draft pick. So you already know that the shenanigans was being run there. So they didn't care about making the playoffs. So that's how. It's not like they didn't have the talent to do it.
And they got fined.
Shenanigans.
Right, and the team got fined $750,000.
And the Knicks got really nothing out of the deal. The NBA got money. They got fined, but the Knicks got nothing. So they got screwed.
There's still a 19% chance that they can fall to 11 on draft night, but we know that's not going to happen.
All right. So now going back to what Steele said, right? How can people sleep on Jalen Brunson's defense? Well, Jalen Brunson is not the one guarding Donovan Mitchell. That's number one, right?
There's somebody Josh
Number two, Donovan Mitchell is going to score regardless. There's nothing the Knicks can do to stop him from scoring. In my opinion, what the Knicks need to do is just let him score. Just put one person on him. Let him score. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they're going to throw on him, let him score and stop everybody else from getting off. See, that's the problem. Like you try to double team Mitchell, and all he has to do is dump it off to the corner, and you give up a wide open three to somebody that's wide open because you're trying to stop Mitchell, who's still going to he averaged over 30-something points a game against us, even though we defeated them. I think 3 out of 4 times we defeated them, but he still averaged 30. So there's nothing you're really going to do about it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the Knicks have hang their hat on hustling. You know, getting the extra points, whatever, and making sure that they get to the basket. Because not for nothing, like I said, still off of your point. If you want to do a comparison, now obviously Donovan Mitchell is a better player, right? But let's not act like it's overwhelming, all right? Because Donovan Mitchell averaged 28.3 points a game. Jalen Brunson averaged 24, so he's averaging 4 points more, right? Rebounds, he's averaging 4.3. Jalen Brunson's averaging 3.5. Donovan averaging 4.4 assists. Jalen's averaging 6.2 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan, like I said, their numbers aren't that far off from each other.
No.
But Donovan Mitchell definitely can take over. You know what I'm saying? Like he can take over. But let's not also forget that Donovan Mitchell went against Brunson when Brunson was on the Mavs. Mm-hmm. And the Mavs defeated his team, the Jazz. Am I correct?
Yes.
So the onus of the fact that they have Donovan Mitchell is not it. The reason why they say the Cavs are better than the Knicks is because they got Allen, Mobley. They got their front court guys are definitely more polished than our front court guys are because we
But I
got
feel like
Mitchell
our
Robinson.
bench is better than their bench.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? But that's why this is so evenly matched. You see what I'm saying? Like where we have flaws, we have strengths in other areas.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
Here's a flaw that you don't street-wise. That basically when it comes to giving the most points per game, Cleveland was the best against the defense this year, only giving up 106 points a game. That was the best in the NBA this year. Knicks were like middle of the pack, about 114, 115.
I hope you're not saying Cavs 3-1. You're not saying Cavs 3-1, right?
But I think another thing that you guys didn't bring up yet, you got to wait and see how Randall's going to be.
Yeah, that's the key factor.
That's another key. You got to see how Randall is coming back off the ankle injury.
Listen,
you're gonna get still mad. So
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to get it off my chest early. Okay. The Knicks have two ways of winning. Okay, they have the Julius Randle ISO ball. The ball goes into that dark place, and everybody's standing around, waiting for Julius to do something, or the other way when the ball is moving around to the open guy, and then creating that open space, and then if Randle takes those shots. If the Knicks fall into, I got to give Randle the ball in every possession, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a very bad series. Because if you see when Randle was out, and I don't want nobody to say, those games didn't mean anything. Those games are very important for the Knicks going down the stretch.
They were a lot.
When Randle was out, that ball was flying all over the court. And we had very good balanced scoring from Grimes, Quickly, Brunson, Obi.
Even Obi,
Let me tell you something. Hartenstein, again, I love Mitch, but Hartenstein showed me something special. And
you know what people don't realize about Hartenstein? Because, like, you know, I'm such a Knick fanatic. Like, I read the little stupid articles that everybody, you know, passes over. So I was reading an article about Hartenstein. You know, shout out to my dad who hates Hartenstein, by the way. He's one of the Hartenstein haters.
Why? Because he's 7 feet white? Is that why?
I have no idea. You have to talk to him about that. I have no idea. But the thing about Hartenstein is, if you watched him on the Clippers, right? He was a perimeter guy, like stand outside, shoot the jump shot, run the fast break. He was definitely a guy who helped the basketball move around because he's a really good passer for a big man. His responsibility wasn't to play post defense or grab rebounds or doing the stuff that he's doing now. So all the stuff that Thibodeau got him doing is a new role for him. So, of course, he struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season because that wasn't his game. He completely is changing his game, and it's making him more of a valuable player because look how cheap we got him for. You know what I'm saying? So, no, he's not a superstar, but he's fitting the piece that Thibodeau needs. He needs that type of player. Like I say, he can't block shots or intimidate in the paint like Robinson does, but he gives you something that Robinson doesn't have, which is offense. Because when you pass it to Hartenstein at that free throw line area or in the paint, he got that little push shot. Mitchell Robinson can't give you that. You know what I'm saying? Or he got that little like mid-range baseline jump shot that he'll give you. You know, like so he gives you that aspect. Well, also too, he might not be able to box out to give you the rebounds that Robinson can give you, but he's still down there. You know what I'm saying? Putting the body on the boards. And he's passing it out.
Right. Plus,
he's passing like on a back cut. Like, how many backdoor cuts did you see when Hartenstein has the basketball at the top of the key or free throw line? Like, you don't see that. That's another aspect that he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Buggy, it also helps when this is his biggest year when he's played most minutes. As a pro, he's averaging about 20 to 22 minutes a game. He's averaging about 6.5 to 7 rebounds. The more playing time you're playing, the more stats you're going to be. You're going to get better with the team around you. I'm surprised he wasn't starting a lot this year, to be honest with you.
If you look at it, he did start a lot of games this year.
Lonnie is here. Hi, Lonnie.
I would say I thought he would play a lot more when Robinson was hurt. I thought he'd play like 25 to 30 minutes a game. And he really wasn't. He was playing 20 to 22.
He does.
Let me tell you something. Y'all, I don't understand Knicks fans. You know, like you Knicks fans like to bash a lot of people. You can't bash Robinson. Like
no,
you want Hartenstein to start over Robinson? Like, that's crazy. The man is what, second in the league in offensive rebound. Like, look
Yeah.
at when Robinson wasn't playing. How many times that
Wow, we was getting
we had
murdered on the board.
4 or 5 minute stretches of not scoring? You want to know why
Yeah.
that was? Because we weren't not shooting as well. It
Right.
was the fact that when we were shooting, we didn't have Robinson getting them second chance opportunities that we're normally getting.
Yeah,
You
Hartsy's
see what I'm
getting like
saying?
2.5 rebounds a game offensively.
That's why the game changes when you don't have that kind of player. You know what I'm saying? And thank God we got Josh Hart, who's an undersized
Yeah.
rebounder. The dude gets double-digit rebounds out of nowhere. Like, I sit there and I'm watching, like, how the heck is he getting all these rebounds? You know what I'm saying? He can read the basketball off the rim better than many people I see in the NBA do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's put it in perspective. Like everybody likes to kill Thibodeau about how he's running his 9-man rotation and stuff like that, or you're not giving Obi the minutes and stuff like that. Obi is done tremendous in the spots that he's given. He's hitting them knockdown 3-pointers, right? And he's a fast break guy. Because even Toppin was getting killed while he was starting. He was getting killed because he don't get rebounds. He's the power forward. How is he not getting rebounds?
Right.
Because that's not what Thibodeau got him out there to do.
Yeah.
Thibodeau got him out there to run the fast break, something
Right.
that we don't have. When Randall's in the game, when Randall gets the rebound, he dribbles the ball or he throws it to the point guard. He doesn't start a fast break. So that changes the momentum of our offense. When Obi Toppin's in the game, he runs out for the fast break. Look how many fast break points we get. And we're going to need that in this series because playoff basketball is half court.
No, I'm gonna be the negative guy in the room when it comes to the Knicks. One player.
Shocking.
And it's not Julius Randle. It's RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett. I knew that was coming. Coming out of your mouth. Yep. Where has he been?
I don't know where his game has gone. I don't know if he's flown under the radar. We just hadn't seen it. But his 3-point percentage is terrible.
His field goal percentage
missing
is
layups. He doesn't play. I mean, he doesn't play any defense. Anybody that he's guarding is scoring basically at will. I had this conversation and I had posted it, and not a lot of people talked about it, but I think it's too late now. But I think you can start Obi and Randall, right? And be a little bit more successful than watching RJ put up bricks. I think Thibodeau has to be very smart and strategic. If Randall doesn't have, if RJ doesn't have it, pull him early. Get quickly in the game early. Get Josh in the game early. Don't wait for those minutes. Because that's what gets me kind of antsy about Tibbs. He wants those, okay, I got to give him his minutes. If it's not there, go to the guy that's going to give you points, man. And quickly plays defense, bro.
You know what also too happens when he does that? It's because he knows, like, he likes to run Randall out the whole first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like everybody, see, the reason why he did the 9-man rotation is that everybody knows what they're going to be doing. They said, because apparently what they were saying was before, when he was playing like 10, 11 people, they didn't know what their roles were. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know when to be prepared, blah, 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 blah. Now that he did the 9-man rotation, everybody knows when they're coming in the game, what they need to do, blah, blah, blah. So they're basically saying that they're better prepared that way. But like you said, still, if somebody is clinking, they need to sit down or they need to do something else besides keep shooting. Now, as far as Barrett is concerned, right? Now, if you replace Toppin with Barrett, that changes the offense a lot, because what happens is, yes, Barrett is shooting 31% from 3, so he's definitely not hitting his 3. But he's a threat to take it to the basket. Obi Toppin can't take the basketball from the top of the key and drive to the basket. That's not his game. You see what I'm saying? So the only thing Obi Toppin has for us offensively is fast breaks or spotting up for 3. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe doing a back cut when that's available, which is not going to be, because, like I said, they got trees in Cleveland. So they're going to be looking for that. They're going to play zone, and they're going to make the Knicks beat them shooting. I'm telling you, because that's the Knicks' biggest weakness. They're going to have them trees sitting in the paint, and they're going to play zone, and they're going to say, Brunson, you juke us to death and shoot 2s. I let Randall hit his little tippy toe push 3-pointers over there on at the hash, and we're going to let you try to beat us, because we can let Barrett shoot. He can't shoot.
No, let me cut you a question. There's one forgetting guy. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I know he's low on the chart, and you're bringing up shooting. that I think could help them.
This is Obi Toppin's favorite fan, by the way.
Right. What I was thinking of who he should try to use, maybe a little more. That's up to you guys. I don't know. Is Evan Fournier.
Oh no!
If you
What
look
did you
at-
say about Evan?
No,
If you're looking shooting, if you're looking shooting wise,
no.
Evan
We are not doing
Fournier,
that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Evan Fournier
Chet,
is
we are
averaging
not doing no
30% from three-pointer, 33% from two. That's why he lost his spot, because he completely forgot how to get the basketball in the net. Completely. He had little spot minutes at the end of the season, and he still wasn't shooting good. I don't know what happened to him. His confidence all season, that dude ain't shoot nothing. So please don't. That's like the Joe Harris thing you try to bring up. Please don't bring up Evan Fournier.
He's a difficult
I'd rather
watch,
see Derrick
man.
Rose up there than Evan
He's a
Fournier.
difficult. Listen, Evan Fournier, I agree with Boogie 100%. I don't know if his confidence, because he was supposed to be that guy, and it didn't work out with that $71 million he got. But no, Chet. I'd rather see Grimes. I'd rather see Quickly. Look, listen, if Grimes is hitting those open jumpers and Quickly's hitting, the Knicks are not losing. I'm telling you, the dark horse on that team is RJ
Fournier was shooting like Miles McBride. Think about how bad that is.
Even Miles picked it up. Even Miles picked it up in the last.
He picked it up and raised his 3-point percentage to 29%.
He was shooting as bad as Steele would be?
Bro.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
If the game was on the line for Fournier to win the game with a three-pointer, I'll take Steele to shoot a strike to win a game in bowling. And you already know how low that is.
Let me tell you something. First of all, Boogie is forgetting that I gave his team that work. I don't understand why he's forgetting that. But anyway, I digress. I'll say this. If Fournier was playing against Boston, I'm putting him in the game. But any other team? No, sir.
What Passport just said, IQ is the most important player in the series. I want to say I agree with that. The reason why I say I agree with that is because he's that change of pace type of guy. Like I think Steele kind of brought that up too. He's kind of like the point guard coming off the bench. You know that he knows how to play either let me play passive or let me play aggressive. I need to see aggressive IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like when we have those little lulls in the offense, I want to see Thibodeau bring Quickly in and say, Quickly, I'm telling you right now, I need you to score. I need you to help bring our offense together. Because like you said, we don't know what Randall's going to do. Even if Randall's 60%, I still want Randall out there just to have the threat. Because at least you got to have one of those big men has to guard Randall. You know what I'm saying? Because if Randall's not in there, I'm telling you, they're going to play zone and sit in the paint. So now Quickly can shoot them out that zone. Heavy. You know what I'm saying? And if he, like how Steele said, if he sees Grimes, that's hitting. If Grimes is, and this makes me so mad. When the regular lineup's in, Grimes acts like he has to ask permission to shoot the basketball. But when guys are hurt, when guys are hurt, Grimes is one of those guys. I don't know if you guys ever played 2K, but Grimes is one of those guys that got Deadeye Hall of Fame on his player. He'll shoot. I don't care if the guy's in his face. He's pulling the trigger. He is letting it fly. And that's the Grimes I want to see in this playoffs, man. I want to see him letting it fly. I want to see Quickly letting it fly. I want to see that.
That's my problem with Tibbs. Is that coaching or is that the guys? Because it seems like when Randall was out, like Grimes didn't defer. It was like, okay, I'm open, I'm shooting. I'm driving the lane, I'm passing. When Randall is in the game, it's like they go to that 5-man set where one guy's just sitting in the corner, and that's when defenses are packing the paint, like you said, Boog, because they're like, okay, if Randall shoots, we're gonna double team him, and then we're gonna gang rebound in the paint, and we're gonna force them to take bad shots. When the ball is moving, you keep the defense spread. They can't play zone. They can only play zone when they're not worried about the weak side. Yeah. I mean, and I think that's what Tibbs falls short. You see Obi comes in the game, he runs to the corner and sits there. You're
what I think
playing
happens?
5-on-4. You
know what I think happens? You guys are old enough to remember the Ewan days, right?
Yep.
You remember when Ewan was playing and it was at his height. Most of the time, the offense was give it to Pat on the block, let him do that traveling 5-step fadeaway at the free throw line.
Beginning of the Euro step.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was the offense, right? So then
Yes.
now everybody had to sit in their spot and hope that he kicks it out or go for the crash for the rebound. Because let's think about it. Charles Smith, right? He has a bad name only for that one moment where he got completely hacked against the Bulls and didn't make it. So now everybody called him soft. But that man was a 20 plus point per game scorer on the Clippers before he got to the Knicks. All right.
Averaging
You
about
got-
eight,
you
averaging
got
9 rebounds a
Clippers
game.
were horrible.
The man, he was the man on the Clippers. So then you got LJ, right? LJ was the man on Charlotte, and everybody wants to blame his back, right? Oh, after he got to the Knicks, his back was finished. He couldn't do nothing. If you guys actually watched Knicks games back then, when Patrick Ewing was going through his injury spells, how all of a sudden LJ's back was better? How all of a sudden LJ was scoring 20 something a game? But then when Ewing's back in the game, LJ had to, regress. He had to say, all right, give the ball back to Ewing because Ewing was the offense and he demanded the basketball. So I kind of feel that's the same vibe I'm getting with Randall. I'm not comparing Randall to Ewing. I'm just saying I'm getting that vibe that when Randall's in the game, Thibodeau kind of gives him such the green light that everybody says, you know what, let me pass it to Randall so I don't have to have Thibodeau yelling at me to tell me to sit down.
I don't think that's going to happen this year with Brunson there now. I don't think
Well,
it's going to
Brunson got the green light too. I'm not talking about Brunson. I'm talking about the rest of the
I don't think
guys.
it's going to fully happen.
I'm talking about Grimes because Grimes has been doing that. Grimes be like, can I shoot it? Can I shoot it, boss? Can I shoot it? Like, I'm tired of that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I just don't want to see Randall get that ball foul line extended with his back turned to the basket. Randall is so much better when he's facing up. Every time he gets the ball with his back turned to the basket, you get that weak side defense and he turns the ball over. Yeah. That's coaching. I'm not even gonna blame Randall for that. Because that's the coach putting him in that position. If you watch we all watch basketball. If you watch Philly and the Knicks, they run the same offense. Embiid goes to that high foul line extended, gets the ball there, turns and faces and makes a decision. If Embiid can do it, Randall can do it too. And early in the season, he was getting the ball and he was making very quick decisions. And we get the old Julius Randle, hold the ball. I want to power dribble into the double team. We're going to have a long series.
We got Brunson now, so that's not going to happen that often.
Right.
That's not going to happen that often. I'm telling you right now, you already know Brunson is going to try to outshine Donovan, and it's going to that actually might be a beautiful basketball. I think the Knicks are going to be hyped, man. I'm hyped because I think this is the matchup where I felt the Knicks have a shot at least going to the next round. And let's not get it twisted. I'm not like the rest of these Knicks fans. Even if they do lose to the Cavs, I still think this was a super successful season. Our future looks super bright because we have a ton of draft capital. You know what I'm saying? We got guys on friendly contracts. We got veterans that we definitely going to be dumping at the end of the season so that we can clear up some space for. And you can't tell me stars don't want to be here now. Right, I mean, we got a nice
look at, not to be funny, look at Dame Lillard right now. When do you hear Dame saying, listen, I don't like the direction of where we're going in Portland? In a way, it's kind of like 2 years too late, but I'm saying you got a lot of disgruntled stars. Look what's going on in with the Pelicans.
Dallas. Look at Dallas.
What's going on with Dallas. Look it's a lot of people out there that's going to be
let me ask you a question.
That Pelicans thing you said, I don't think I even want to touch Zion after this last thing.
No.
Talking about I don't feel like Zion. Like I'm getting what's his face Simmons vibes right there.
Yeah.
Like,
listen,
what
we said it a long time ago, and I'm gonna say it again. Zion is a cheeseburger from being Greg Oden. Like he is on.
Wait, what kind of cheese? What kind of cheeseburger?
Yo, cheeseburger with pickles, bacon, and
there you go, sauce. There you go, your fellow Net fan.
Let me
tell you. Let me ask you a question though. Now you say about bringing people to New York next year. Let me ask you a question then. Knicks lose the first round. What happens to Thibodeau?
Thibodeau keeps his job, bro. Thibodeau's job is safe, bro.
He did. Listen, the Knicks
again.
We talked about this in the beginning of the year. Everybody said the Knicks was a play-in team. Miami was supposed to be better. Atlanta was supposed to be better. All these things. Listen, the Knicks beat the Boston series this year. Knicks beat good teams this year. The Knicks had an outstanding season. It just happens that in the first round, they're going against a very good team.
The East is super stacked.
Right. Yeah.
The fact that the Knicks had 47 wins in a super stacked East, That says a lot.
Yeah, I think the reason
with
why I said that is because that free agents when it comes to New York, they see Tebow, they're like, I don't want to play for him. You know,
and I, like I said, I could talk about the Knicks all day, but let's not sleep on what the Nets did, giving up 3 stars, 3 Hall of Famers, and still irrelevant.
Yep.
Still irrelevant. Like when Kyrie Irving got traded, they were 4th seed. They ended up 6th seed.
Everybody thought they were going to drop right out of playoffs.
Like,
listen,
the coaching
I was
job
one of those
that
people.
these guys did
I
in
know
Brooklyn
you were one of them.
was a crazy. Like, there's no most coaches or most organizations when you do an overhaul like that, they would have been talking about draft.
Yeah,
these guys turned up. So super credit to them for getting where they got, and their future is bright. So New York basketball future is bright on both sides.
Look at all the stuff they got back. They got Dinwiddie. You got Bridges. You got Royce O'Neal. You got Davis Finney-Smith. You got guys that are going to be there for a while on good contracts.
Listen,
what is up with Ben? What is up with Ben Simmons, though, man?
He's a wash.
Like your team is in the playoffs, and you still, I'm hurt. I still can't play. Like, what's that?
This is my thing about Ben Simmons, right? Because now he's out because his back is messed up again. Quote, right? What are they waiting for? Go under the knife, get some surgery, find out what's really going on. Now, how long are we going to keep hearing the same thing with Ben?
Yeah.
His back.
I'm sick of hearing it.
Ben Simmons is going to have a documentary, just like the rest of these people who fall out the league. It's going to be a big documentary about him, about how he just gave up basketball, and then I guarantee you, you're going to see him picking flowers, talking about it was the best move I ever did, just quitting basketball. That's nonsense. I'm telling you, that's what we're going to see.
I'm going to play in Europe next year or something.
He's not going to play basketball. Period. Nobody's going to want him.
He already got the bag. Like he's still how much is next year? He's making like 45. The next owe him 45 million. He's getting $45 million, not even to dress on the bench. But let me rewind
this
a
right
little
here.
bit, though.
This is what I'm talking about still. This. Fans like this.
Yeah, if he had a mic, turn it off. he's not. Let me. I'm gonna rewind a second, though, because something I was talking about with one of my buddies. I want to get y'all opinion. Is Kyrie Irving an overrated basketball player?
No.
When it's head to the game, no.
Hear me out, though. When he was on
No.
Cleveland, listen, no, I'm not talking about his ball skills. His basketball skills are second to none. To me, skill-wise, he's top 5 in NBA right now, skill-wise. But if you notice, when he was in Cleveland, before LeBron got there, there was a lottery team, right? He got to Boston. He actually made Boston worse. Boston got better after he left. And he was supposed to be that third piece to make the trifecta with Brown and Tatum, right? He gets the Nets was a good team, borderlining great. He gets to the Nets dismantle the team. They're no good. He goes to Dallas. Dallas was in the 4th seed. He gets to Dallas, and all of a sudden Dallas is no good. So everywhere he has gone has been bad. So
now,
is he overrated?
Now let me break down the answer. I'm going to go step by step, just like how you did step by step. When Kyrie was in Cleveland, it was him and Wiggins. Wiggins still hasn't figured out his game at that time. So it was just him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was frustrated because night in and night out, he showed his skills, and it was just him. So he was disgruntled. They got LeBron. When LeBron was on the team, what did they do? They won a championship. Now, LeBron gets a lot of the credit, right? But we all watched that playoff series. We watched it. We saw all the big shots that were happening. LeBron was definitely the reason why they won. But let's not forget, like, Kyrie Irving was hooping in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped up in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's why there was even the conversation of, does he need LeBron? That's why that nonsense even came up, because he was hooping so well, right? So LeBron leaves. So obviously the team's in shambles because Kevin Love's old. You know what I'm saying? And the team is just not the same. You don't have LeBron on the team no more, right? So he goes to a
before you
Boston
go any
team.
further, though, how do you just lose LeBron after winning the championship and then go right back to being a lottery team? It's still the same team minus LeBron.
First off, they wasn't a lottery team. They just wasn't good.
They
They
weren't good,
weren't
yeah.
lottery. But let's put this in perspective. You lost LeBron James.
Okay, all right.
So
all right.
I mean, you lost the best player in the league.
Yeah.
So how do we get worse? Think about what you're saying.
Well,
I'm not saying
How do we get worse?
they went
Okay,
from
but
but they went from championship to. But go
Let
ahead.
me keep breaking it down.
Well,
he's only the greatest player to play basketball.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
So now Kyrie goes to Boston, right? He got two young stars trying to figure it out, right? Because Tatum and Brown wasn't Tatum and Brown of now, right?
Right.
Tatum and Brown was figuring their games out. So they thought Kyrie was going to put them over the top. Obviously, there was some background stuff going on there because even while Kyrie is gone, they're still going through this right now where Jaylen Brown wants to leave Boston. Kyrie Irving can't be the blame for that, right? There's something going on in that background.
I'll take Jaylen Brown next year.
Brown and Tatum, there's something going on with them two. I don't know if it's a personal thing going on with them two, but there's something going on that team because that's still a problem, even though they went to this championship last year. But obviously, coaching is real big with that because you see when they lost to Udoka, their whole game changed. But there's something going on because Jaylen Brown, you know what I'm saying, is not happy. And I know he's not happy with the fans. I know that and stuff like that. But there's something going on there because they was ready to blow this team up last year until they made the championship. They was ready. I don't know if you guys remember that. They was trying to blow this team up going into the playoffs because they weren't playing good.
Jaylen Brown was upset because he was in the trade rumors all the time.
That's what I'm saying. They weren't playing good. So there's something going on there. And then at the end of this season, you saw they kept losing games. They were up big and kept losing games at the end of the game. They didn't know how to close games all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, you want to say they got bad with Kyrie, he's up and left them, but there was already something going on there. They still haven't won anything, right? Now you go to the Nets, right? Mm-hmm. James Harden was already a headache before he got there. You saw what he did with the Rockets. Then he went over here, right? Kyrie's going through. Now, first and foremost, I do not say that I agree with everything Kyrie did with the Brooklyn Nets because some of it was kind of crazy. Right. But what I'm saying is you had Kevin Durant and you had Harden. Harden just got there and immediately was trying to leave. He wanted to go to the 76ers from the beginning. Yeah. So imagine being in that locker room. You're KD and you're Kyrie. Okay, we got James Harden. Oh, yeah, we about to make a run. Now Harden coming up there like, hey, guys, I'm here. I'm going to try to do what I do, but I want to be in Philly. So I'm just letting you guys know right now. Yep. So imagine that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, the media, the media went against him, against Kyrie, you know, with the anti-Semitic stuff on his Instagram. And then the Nets ownership decided to put the onus on him. And then you had the COVID vaccination thing. So, you know, they were hammering on Kyrie pretty heavy mentally. You know what I'm saying? So now he leaves that situation. He left them in the 4th seed. And the Nets, he leaves the Nets and they end up 6th seed. So did he really leave them in a bad situation? They're still 6th seed. They're still in the playoffs. Now, you go to Dallas, right? Yeah. Right? He if you ask all of the Dallas people in that locker room, they say he's been nothing but upstanding individual. Luka is the crybaby.
Oh, well, okay.
Luka's always been the crybaby.
Crybaby, yep.
When Luka had his Jalen Brunson, you think now Jalen Brunson's saying all the right things. Oh, yeah, you know, that was a great situation for me. It's just that, you know, whatever. Jalen Brunson was ready to tail out of there because, you know, Luka be pouting when somebody else is hooping with him. He wants the ball at all times, and we seen it last year. We seen it last year when he gets in the lineup. Jalen Brunson all of a sudden just didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So now Kyrie Irving, he can't complain about Kyrie Irving because A, Kyrie Irving's already a Hall of Famer. B, Kyrie Irving is hooping. So now what are you going to do? We're going to sit there and pout. So we're going to put the blame on Kyrie for that too? So it's easy to put the blame on somebody who's already because Kyrie is a malcontent. He does have specialness about him. But let's not act like this guy is the reason. Like, he's not Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? He's not the reason why things happen for him. You know what I'm saying? So when you say overrated, no, I don't think he's overrated at all. I think he's definitely one of the best point guards out there.
And with the trade they made, which I like about it, is that next year, by the way, they own Ben Simmons for 2 years, not 1 year. He owes $37 million next year, 40 the year after.
Right.
Okay, then that's a good up until next year. After next year, then you have decisions to make. Dinwiddie will be a free agent. Royce O'Neal will be a free agent. Claxton will be a free agent after next year. That's when you go worry what are you going to do?
Yeah.
With Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
What you going to do?
Well,
I mean, with Simmons.
Just to piggyback on what you were saying earlier, Book. Listen, the Nets had brought on Kyrie and KD before Harden got there. Had an outstanding coach in Atkinson, and they chased Atkinson out of there, right?
Yep.
Because they didn't want to follow.
I hated that.
But I'm saying that was a Kyrie thing, though. That's what
I think it was a Kyrie and Durant thing. See, that's the thing. It was a Kyrie thing, but you're forgetting about Durant was also leading that charge. Because remember, Durant was already on the team. They discussed, I mean, not on the team. Durant was already trying to come to the Nets.
Yeah.
So then he convinced Kyrie, because according to what I heard, Kyrie was ready to try to do that connection on the Knicks. But Durant didn't want to be on the Knicks.
No.
So he convinced Kyrie to do the union on the Nets. All right. So now that was a collective thing.
I think
that was a collective thing.
Wrong. I think not that. I think the Knicks didn't want Irving. They wanted Durant.
No. Durant didn't want to be.
Durant didn't want to come to the Knicks.
That was the problem, though.
But what I'm saying is that was a collective thing. They knew immediately. You see what they did to Nash? You saw what they did to Nash? Like, they wanted Atkinson out of there because Atkinson was a defensive coach. Atkinson wanted them to go out there and hustle defensively.
Yeah.
And they're saying, you know what? We're the mans right here. So you're not going to tell us to hustle defensively. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. So, you're not going to do it my way? Then I'll have to sit you out. No, you don't. Owner, get him out of here. That's what happened. Get us somebody that's going to listen to us. You got somebody. Now they got somebody that's going to listen to them and Nash. And what happened?
Right.
You need a coach. You don't need somebody that's just going to listen to you. You need a coach. And that's what they had.
And here's the thing I can bring up to you. You bring up Durant now in Phoenix. Okay. You're playing with Booker. You're playing with CP3. Okay. Coach Monty Williams. Okay. I have a funny feeling they're out in the first round, even though Paul George is hurt for the Clippers. That's what I think.
You're saying the Suns are out in the first round?
I think so, yes.
The Suns are going to the finals.
No.
The Suns haven't lost a game since KD has been back.
They're not going to make the finals. Not at all.
Check. The Suns have not lost a game
what you're saying.
Since KD has came back, bro.
I understand that. I understand that.
Go from not losing to a PG-less LA team.
You know, the Clippers aren't bad, though.
Those aren't bad.
Don't sleep on the Clippers.
They
also been hooping, too.
Listen, I'm not saying the Clippers are bad. They're far. They haven't been bad all season, in my opinion. They've been a decent team. They just been, the light goes to LA. The light goes to the Lakers because it's a Lakers town. But there's nothing wrong with that Clippers team. They're a great team, but they're missing PG. And Phoenix has Booker, an aging PG, Paul George, not Paul George, Chris Paul, excuse me. Kevin Durant, and we're sleeping on Ayton, which is an outstanding big man. I don't see how the Clippers are getting by that.
Does Phoenix have off the bench?
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to see. That's the part people keep sleeping on because we got Bones Highland coming off the bench on the Clippers, who's like what's
that drooling point guard on the Suns? He always has a lot of
campaign.
Yeah.
I hate that guy.
He's good.
He's
good. Yeah, but he always has a lot of foam around, going on. He needs to, somebody needs to talk to him about it.
What I'm saying is, there's a reason why it was the same reason why you're saying when the Knicks don't have Randall, when they don't have PG, they seem to find a way. You know what I'm saying? They need playoff P, but you know what I'm saying? Their bench is potent too, bro. They got a lot of no-name guys on their bench that can put the basketball in the basket. And like
You
I
got
said,
Eric Gordon.
Highland, man.
Eric Gordon is a perfect example.
Oh, another key pickup, Eric Gordon.
I forgot about Eric Gordon. Yeah,
Yo,
I mean,
bro,
listen,
you
they
can't
got
forget. Yo, you can't sleep on the Clippers. Now, Chet's not the only one who thinks that the Phoenix can lose to them, by the way. But obviously, you have to say Phoenix is a contender as far as because they already made it there without KD, and then you add KD. You know what I'm saying? But the impact that Bridges had and Cam Johnson had on that team is something that you can't see with the naked eye, but they were key parts of that team. So I'm not saying that they're better than Durant, because obviously Durant's better than them, but I'm just saying that they had a defensive aspect to the team that they lost with that because KD's not a defensive guy.
But I think they saw it. They just gambled on KD.
Yeah.
In the West. Let's not forget about the claw.
Yeah, and you forget you still got to go through two teams in the West to go through. You got to go through the best team in the West in Denver, without a doubt. Okay, and the team that everybody's sleeping on, okay, is the other team I like is the Warriors. How are you sleeping on them?
I told people
on
the side. I said if Wiggins comes back, bro,
he's back. He's back tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Wiggins comes back. Yo, y'all tripping if y'all think the Warriors is an easy out. Y'all all tripping.
They are not an easy out.
Y'all all tripping.
Nobody says an easy out, but the Kings are mean. The Kings are mean, and they can score with the.
We have words of wisdom for the day.
Yeah, I saw that.
Chet says, I disagree.
That's Lou. That's not me.
Listen, I think the dark horse and people probably hate me for this too. I think the dark horse in the West is the Los Angeles Lakers, man. I think the Lakers are peaking at the right time. I don't know what's his name. Austin. What's the white kid's name on the Lakers?
Austin Reeves.
They are, bro.
Yo, Austin Reeves.
How you forget his name? He got one of the top nicknames of all time.
Yo, listen, Austin Reeves is I like that kid. I love his game. He's a dog. He's my Josh Hart on the Lakers.
He's better than Josh Hart.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not talking about the games. I'm talking about he's a dog though. He's that guy he's gonna hustle. He's gonna foul you. He's gonna mean mug you. He'll be in your face. If you score on him, he's retaliating. I love his game. Like the Lakers to me, dark horse. If they can sneak by.
So, like I said, man, the way the playoffs is currently set up, man, there's a lot of good matchups, man. Yeah. So this is not one of those playoff years where it's like, I'm not even gonna watch that series. It's gonna be boring. Man, there's a lot of key matchups here. So it's almost 1:00. I'm about to get off this.
All right, so the predictions, are we saying the New York teams get a win tonight?
I think the Knicks have a possibility of getting a win tonight. But the thing is, the reason why I'm hesitant is because I don't know what Randall was here. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Knicks going to steal it tonight. I think the Nets are going to lose tonight. I mean, this afternoon. I think in 6 minutes.
I think the Nets and the Knicks get a win today. Okay.
What about you, Chet?
I'm hoping the Nets. Myself, I don't think they're going to win tonight. I think they'll win game 2. I don't think they'll win game 1. And all like I said, it depends if Randall comes back.
All right.
If Randall's not playing tonight, Knicks aren't beating Cleveland tonight. If he comes back, then they have a shot. They have a real good shot.
All right. So anybody watching, I want you to put your predictions who you think is going to win this game and who's going to win the series in the comments, even after the stream is over. I want you guys to put in what you guys think, and I want to read over these comments to see, you know what I'm saying, because everybody like to say, oh, I knew this, I knew that. I want to see it written down on the comments so I can go back to it.
So I'll just make a prediction for the series. I'll go Nets in 6. I'll go Knicks in 7.
I got Nets and Knicks in 6.
I got 76ers in 5, and I have Knicks in 6.
I think the Nets are going to shock the world in this series. I think they're going to beat Philly.
I think so too.
All right.
We'll see though.
All right, guys. Yep. On to the next show. I'm about to get ready to watch this net game. So
I'll
see you guys later. I'm playoff ready.
We all are.
Yo, all right. Before we get off right quick, Jerome, kick rocks. All right, see y'all later.